And I now give the floor to the representative of Algeria.
Mr. President, Excellencies, first I thank Russia for organizing this open debate, and I thank His Excellency Sergei Lavrov for coming from Moscow to chair this important meeting. Excellencies, this debate is very timely. Timely because our Council continues to struggle to find solutions to too many conflicts and crises, including in Palestine, where genocide is being committed as we speak. I hope this debate will help our Council to be more effective and less polarized. Mr. President, multilateral cooperation is not something new. There were instances of multilateralism through military alliances, treaties, and trade routes in the Mediterranean region and elsewhere during ancient times. While this may not fit the modern definition of multilateral cooperation, it illustrates the idea of various entities coming together for common purposes. Today, we cannot imagine a world without multilateral cooperation. It is essential for addressing complex global issues that no single country can solve alone. It also allows governments to pool resources, share knowledge, and develop joint solutions. As Council's members, this is precisely what we try to do every time we enter this chamber. Mr. President, multilateral cooperation faces multiple challenges. This requires the UN to adapt to emerging realities with multiple centers of power and to enhance its role in establishing a just, democratic, and sustainable international order. My delegation firmly believes that reforming the Security Council would increase the legitimacy of this UN organ. In this regard, expanding the Council's membership and prioritizing the historical injustice done to Africa will be a milestone. The open debate that will be held next month under the Sierra Leone presidency will allow us to discuss this issue further. In the meantime, the IGN's contribution to the Pact of the Future is an important step in the right direction. We thank the IGN's co-chairs, the permanent representative of Austria and Kuwait. Mr. President, regarding the opportunities we shall not miss, first and foremost, we have the 2030 Agenda. It represents a universal framework that addresses poverty, environmental degradation, and economic inequalities. And let's not forget that this agenda calls for the full realization of the right to self-determination of people living under colonial and foreign occupation. With less than 1/5 of the target on track, the world is failing to deliver on the SDGs promise. Urgent actions is needed. Excellencies, Algeria believes that to reestablish an atmosphere of trust in the UN, and in particular with this Council, we require more efforts to foster mutual respect, transparency, inclusivity, and openness. To that end, we must abide by and prioritize diplomacy and dialogue, transparency, mutual understanding, peaceful settlement of disputes. We also need to give priority to conflict prevention and peace building by addressing the root causes. Last but not the least, we need to uphold international law and the UN Charter as guiding principles. We must ensure that the Council's decisions and actions adhere to these principles and contribute to global peace and stability. Our compass shall be avoiding the selective application of international law. Dear colleagues, As the Summit of the Future approach, let's work to make this event a real Summit of the Future, not a Summit of the past. I thank you.
I thank the representative of Algeria for his statement.